let's go through the syllabus. Now, if you remember, I mentioned in a previous video, the syllabus is located towards the bottom here. So if we scroll all the way down to the bottom of WebAssign, you'll notice Resources, Syllabus. Okay, so if you click on that, you'll download your PDF version of it. I'm just going to work from my Word document. Now, I apologize. I'm going to try to go through this as fast as possible, but please understand it is your responsibility to read everything, understand everything in it, and if you have any questions, ask. And you'll see there's a bit of redundant information, but I'm going to try to point out the stuff that's really important. First things first, even though we're taking an online course, you are absolutely still more than welcome to come into my office. My office is located at Q265. My office hours for the spring semester are listed here, but if this video, if I'm using it for a different semester, just check your syllabus and see what hours I'm going to be in my office. And you can always, these are just drop in. You don't need an appointment. You just show up. I will be there, and I always post announcements if I have a meeting or something that's going to keep me from being there. So you may it's kind of funny because I post every announcement, or every meeting I go to. So sometimes students are asking if I'm ever in my office, but they usually don't actually overlap with these hours. But I just want students to know when I'm not going to be around. So nonetheless, this is my office hours. Please use them. That's what I'm there. If you can come in, please use them. Now in the OneNote video, I say click on your OneNote sharing link. Remember that it was posted in the announcement in WebAssign, but it's also located here in your syllabus, so you can click it there. Okay, next, email. Don't email me through my regular email. I mean, if you have to, it is right here, david.dwork@paradisevalley.edu, but I check it like on Fridays, so it might take me up to like a whole week to respond to you. Please, please, please email me through WebAssign. I check that multiple times a day. I'll get back to you much, much faster. Okay, required materials. You are required to have a notebook, so we take notes. You're going to need to print off the notes that I'll be posting, but that again starts not after the first, it doesn't start with 3.1 through 3.3, at least as of the spring semester. That but you're going to need notes, a calculator, being a TI 83 or 84 plus, some kind of digital imaging device. So you have to take pictures. So you'll either need a digital camera, a smartphone, scanner, something that can take paper and turn it into digital files. Something you can email to me, or not email, but upload in OneNote. You're going to need OneNote app. Now, you don't actually have to have the app. You can use just like you'll see in the OneNote video. I'll show you there's a link. It works through a web browser. It works on anything. So you'll need access to OneNote. And you obviously need a computer with internet access. This is an online course after all. If you don't have a calculator, you can rent one. That fee has now changed from $15 to $20, I believe. That double check if you need one with the testing center in the Q building. They are the ones who handle that. Course description, yeah, blah, blah, blah. What you're going to learn, blah, blah, blah. It's all gibberish right now anyway. Very important thing here, outside preparation. Now, all we have is outside preparation because we're an online course. But the key thing to understand is this is a 3-credit class, which means that you are expected to be spending a minimum of 9 hours per week watching videos, studying, doing everything for this class. Now, that's a minimum of 9. Realistic is somewhere between 9 and 12. Heavy weeks, such as getting ready for the midterm or a final, you expect 15 hours at least. Of getting ready, of time just for this class. Okay. Students who do not do that, or students who think, oh, I won't need that much time, they fail. So please make sure you set enough time. Make sure you and also understand the time for this class cannot all be done in one day. It's not set up that way. You are going to have to spend multiple days. Because of my expectation of you taking pictures of your work, sending it to me, you're going to have to start your homework Tuesday through Thursday and get your questions sent out to me so that way I can respond and you can go over them and ask another question back and we can have a little back and forth. I try to be very quick about my responses so that way we can do that, but you are not going to sit down and get everything done on a Saturday. It's just not going to happen. Not realistic. My expectations of you, I kind of just went through that a little bit. I expect you to log in between Tuesday and Thursday at least once to start every assignment's going to become available on Tuesday. So you have to log in, take your notes, start your notes, upload pictures of them to me. Again, not for the first sections, 3.1 to 3.3, but everything after that. Um, so you're going to upload pictures of your notes. Then you're going to start your homework. Send me pictures of your homework that you have questions on. And then after Thursday, come sometime Thursday, but come Friday, um, if there is going to be a quiz for that week, it will appear then. So then you'll have between Friday and Tuesday to take that quiz and finish it up and get that submitted. So I expect you to log in multiple times throughout the week. Um, Teacher evaluation, at some point there will be one, so please do it. It's really important to me. Attendance. You have to log in every week, at least once, Sunday through Saturday. If you do not log in at least once from any given Sunday through Saturday, with the only exception of spring break, other than that, I will withdraw you from the course. I will give you a W if you are passing, or I'll give you a Y if you were not passing at the time. A Y means you were withdrawn while failing, and it counts like a F in your GPA. You don't want that. Okay, let's keep going. Don't cheat. Disabilities. I want to get to the important stuff, not the bigger stuff. Um, Ask your teacher. I suppose I already kind of talked about that. Pardon me, I had a cough. So there we go. Okay, so now we've got online support. Please read through that. There's 4 different places you can go to get some help. But again, number 1, ask your teachers. Ask me for help. That's what I'm here for. Okay, grading in this class. Standard grading curve, grading scale. You can look at how everything's broken down. Midterm and final exams, 55% of your grade. Notes 5%. So just filling out the notes, watching videos, filling them out, 5%. Easiest part of the grade ever. Let's see, plagiarism. It's math. Don't copy other people's work. Homework we kind of already talked about. Makeup exams. I do not give makeup exams. So if you are going to miss something, you have to make an arrangement with me before the test. If you do not do that, you will not get any accommodations. You will just receive a 0. Um, Quizzes will pop up sometime during the week, but it will always pop up on Thursday at some point. So it'll be available, for sure, it'll be available Friday through Tuesday of the next week for you to complete. Tests. This is important. There are 2 different types of tests in this class. There are unproctored tests, which means you do them at home. And when you do them at home, you take pictures of your work, and then you upload those to OneNote, and I will grade your work, just like if you were taking a test in class with me. And that way you get feedback on your work. The midterm and final exam, those are proctored. Proctored test means you must come into the PVCC campus. You must take a test in our testing center, and that is free. Now, if you can't do that, because I understand some people are taking online because they can't come in during regular hours and they work nights or something, which is fine. There is a service you can use called ProctorU. They do charge a fee, and that's your responsibility. But you can do that, and they will watch you through your computer. They use your webcam, they watch your screen, and there's a whole process. But they verify your identification. But you can use their service, and you can follow this link here to kind of sign up for them. Extra credit, I don't give any. Don't ask. And withdraws. You may withdraw from the class anytime up to the 45th day, and that can be found on the My.Maricopa portal. So it'll be right next to our class date. You'll see that last day to withdraw with a W. You don't need my signature. You don't need anything to do that. You just click withdraw. You're done. You got your W. After the 45th day, I will not withdraw you from the course unless it is for a reason that would qualify for a full refund as outlined by the student handbook. So that would be something like you were in a car accident and you can no longer attend class. And are physically unable. This is one that actually happens, unfortunately, too often, and students don't realize it counts. If a family member loses their job and you now have to go to work to support the family or something of that nature, that is a major life change that you could not have planned for and has made it so you can no longer participate in school. That counts. Now, of course, you have to bring proper documentation to show this. You can't just tell me. But admissions and records takes care of that. But so it's anything that would qualify for a full refund would be get you W in the class or withdrawn from the class. Now, a tentative outlines, you can kind of see when things are due and how we're going to work through this course. You can see through here section. So due on the 24th would be our intro and 1.1, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. Then the next week we're going to cover 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, and so on and so forth. And you can get an idea of when tests are going to lay out and whatnot. Do note, because of spring break, we lose a week of school. I hate the spring semester for that reason. So note, our midterm, proctored midterm, is going to be on the 7th, March 7th, and then that's on a Tuesday, and there will be a date range there. So we'll uh, as we get a little closer, I'll put that. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. We're going to do that right now. So because I want you to be able to request days. There we go. And also, I do need to note that those dates I don't get to pick; those are assigned to me. Um, so because the Q Building Testing Center doesn't want mass crowds there and everybody showing up to take their test at the same time, so they stagger us. So our dates are the 2nd through the 6th, March 2nd through 6th. So you can see that is a Thursday through a Monday. Now, you will need to check the Q Building Testing Center for their hours of operation, but or you could use the ProctorU testing service, but this is their Proctor test. So you're going to do that Monday, and then you have that whole week. We still have school, so you could start the 6.1 through 6.3 that week. And notice it does say it should be worked on over spring break, and it will be open on the 7th. So as soon as our midterm is done, these sections open up. Okay. So just a little note. It's a little strange how it works, and that way you don't have to do it over spring break if you don't want to. And so going through, you'll see the rest. Our final exam, our other proctored test, will be May 3rd through May 5th. And again, once again, proctored test. So you must come into the Q Building Testing Center. And so you'll see here's our other unproctored test. That date, once again, needs to get fixed. There we go. So that test would be 416 through 418, and that is a Sunday through Tuesday because it's an unproctored test. So that way you kind of just can do it whenever you want. So I try to give you a weekend day and then a couple weekdays where you can log in and get that done. And so that will be how all of our unproctored tests go. So same thing for this one, since it's on the 21st, week of the 21st. That means it'll be the 19th through the 21st. Okay, so there we go. So you can kind of plan ahead for those testing dates. That pretty much takes care of our syllabus. So please go ahead and read through and make sure there's nothing else that I missed. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Once again, do not email me here. Email me through WebAssign. I will get back to you much quicker. Can't emphasize that enough. Okay, take care.